Malawi Brief.
Colonel Alex Mwajande amene ndi base commander kuzomba air base amenewa akupereka mbali yawo pa za kafukufuku wa ngozi ya ndege yomwe inachitika ku Chikangawa, koma iwowa akupereka mbali yawoyi kudzera pa online pamene pa Zoom pamene akuyankha mafunso kuchokera ku mamembala a komiti chifukwa ali ku China komwe akupitiriza maphunziro awo. Ndi tawatsatirani Colonel zimene alankhula.
I have a few questions.
Good morning, Honorable.
Good morning. Good morning. Ken, I have a few questions. The first one, I think I need the clarification in the in your statement that you submitted to the Board of Inquiry from the military. You indicated that the plane departed at the 15 hours, but I see here you are saying the plane on 9th June departed at 16 hours from Chileka. I think just to check which one is correct between the two.
When we received the request for this aircraft, the family gave an indication that the aircraft would depart at 1500 hours. But the aircraft delayed in Chileka. It did not depart at 1500 hours. So the 1500 hours is there as an indication which was planned for this flight. But it stayed on till 1600 hours.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. I just wanted to check that. And in your report here, paragraph point number 2, the flight on 9th June 2024. It reads, the aircraft took off from Chileka at 16 hours and landed in Mzuzu just before the last light at 17:32 hours. However, the crew reported very bad weather. And I'm reading your statement that you submitted in the military inquiry. I checked if that statement of very bad weather is appearing. Any reason why on this statement that you submitted today, you have indicated the crew reported very bad weather, and the same is missing in your report that you submitted on 25th June 2024. Thank you.
The change is due to the terms of reference of the two boards. I received summons that we had to indicate our operational effectiveness and readiness. So I had to include the situation which was reported to us when the aircraft had landed in Mzuzu. So that's the only reason why the report is a little bit different from the one which was submitted to the MGF due to the terms of reference of the two committees. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So you confirm, Colonel, that the two submissions are different in that respect?
Yes, because of the terms of reference, because we've received summons, and in my summons, they specifically indicated what they are expecting of me to submit. Thank you.
Thank you very much. My last question, Colonel, you are under oath. Mm-hmm. You are under oath. Did you have a conversation with the crew at any point airborne?
The crew.
Any of the crew members?
When they arrived, yes, I'll answer you. When they arrived in Mzuzu, they reported. They always report, especially the engineer will always report to tell us the condition of the aircraft. So there was a report which was channeled through the operations officer. But in the morning of 10th June 2024, I had a conversation with Major ID in Lilongwe. We had a small, short conversation. Everything is fine. We are leaving at 9 o'clock. That was the conversation we had. Thank you.
I'll repeat the question, Colonel. I'm asking, did you have a conversation with any of the crew members, airborne, not on the ground, but airborne?
Airborne.
Yes.
No. We do. The crew will only have conversation when they are airborne with air traffic controllers, not someone who is in administration who is on the ground. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Colonel. That's all from me, Chair.
Thank you. I recognize Blanta Malabada Ndirande.
Thank you very much, Chair. Ismail Nkumba, the MP for Blanta City, Ndirande Malabada Nyambado constituency. I have 2 or 3 questions. Colonel, good morning. My first question.
Good morning, sir.
My first question. Please describe your responsibilities as the base commander of Zomba Air Base, especially on the 10th June 2024. The second question, what role did Zomba Air Base play in preparing the MAF Tango 03 for the mission involving the Vice President? Number 3, I wanted to find out when you had communication from the crew members when they had returned from Zuzu, did you have an opportunity to relay the information of bad weather to the office of the Vice President? Thank you.
My responsibilities as the base commander at Zomba Air Base on the 10th of June 2024. I will go back a little bit. On Friday, on the 8th of June 2024, I was not feeling very well. This was a Friday. So I went to the hospital in Zomba and they diagnosed me with an infection. It was a chest infection. So this was a Saturday, the day I went to the hospital, on the 8th. On the 9th, I also went back to the hospital with the same problem. And on the 10th in the morning, because I was not feeling very well, I called my Air Force commander that, sir, I'm not feeling very well today. I'm going to work from home. So he accepted because the problem had started 3 days earlier. But at 11 o'clock on this day, I received a phone call from the operations officer who said, Donia 228 has not arrived to its destination. So I dressed into my uniform and I went to work. When I arrived at work, the officers and the Deputy Air Force Commander had already started consultation meetings between ourselves to ascertain what has gone wrong. I joined in these meetings, and then I was given the task that we should inform the soldiers, but also at the same time, we should go and give information to the families that we have aircraft which was carrying the president of the vice president of the country to Zuzu, and it has not reached its destination. So we informed the soldiers. I personally went to see the families to inform them. And then we had to make a follow-up meeting to ascertain as to what should be our next action. We had a serious challenge to find the suitable assets to go and carry out the search and rescue operation in Zuzu. The distance was a problem. Having said this, there was another aircraft, MA600, which was flying from DRC to Blantyre. And by around 12 o'clock, a decision was made that it would be easier to travel by air than to travel by road because it would be faster. So we had to wait for this aircraft which was coming in from DRC. Then in the afternoon of this day, after consultations, a team was established to go and assist in the search and rescue of our aircraft in Mzuzu. This team traveled through Chileka International Airport. So this is how I'll answer your first question. As per the role of the Air Force, which it played, I just want to come back to you on this one. This is the role of the Air Force, which it played on this particular day in providing an aircraft to our Vice President, right?
That's correct.
The Air Force has been receiving a lot of requests for flights to provide platforms to carry out different missions for different departments, different organizations, but also our VVIPs. The role of the Air Force was to provide such equipment when it was requested on the 10th of June 2024. However, we had only one aircraft. And this aircraft was already in Mzuzu. So there was coordination between Zomba Air Base and the crew to ascertain the serviceability of the aircraft. During this flight, this particular flight, because the aircraft was out of station, the onus was on the flight engineer who was on the aircraft to do the pre-flight and give authorization for the aircraft to fly, that it was in a serviceable condition. This was only his part for the serviceability of the aircraft. Having satisfied ourselves that this aircraft was operationally ready, we gave a go-ahead that it can go to Lilongwe and carry out this operation. I think I should stop there because this was the role we played as Zomba Air Base to provide a serviceable aircraft, and it was ascertained that the aircraft was serviceable for this particular operation. Thank you.
There's one more question that was not answered.
Repeat it again, sir.
My third question was concerning if you had relayed information concerning the bad weather you had received from your crew, that they had experienced bad weather on the journey from Lilongwe to Mzuzu. Did you relay that information to the office of the Vice President?
The information that there was bad weather in Mzuzu was not directly related to the office of the Vice President, but it was relayed within our institutions that the aircraft, when it was landing in Mzuzu, had a serious encounter with bad weather. Thank you, sir.
Chair Nzonzi, and then we go to Doa Kasangazi.
Thank you so much, Chair, for granting us the people of Ncheu constituency to ask a question to Colonel Alex Mwashande. Colonel Mwashande, the committee understands that every Friday, base commanders submit reports about state of aircrafts to the Air Force commander. My question is, what kind of report did you submit to the Air Force commander on the 8th June 2024, a Friday before this tragic accident? Can you share it with this committee? The second question is, can you provide this committee with the technical logbook of the Donia 228? Thank you so much.
Can you respond? Were you able to hear?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Through the Honorable Chair, every Friday, indeed, the base submits serviceability logs, serviceability status of our aircraft. On Friday, 8th, I might not have the serviceability report here with me on the ground, but what I can say is, if there is any fault on the aircraft, the technical department which issues this serviceability report indicate what problem is on that particular aircraft. In this case, the serviceability report of that Friday on the 8th was a report that was indicating that the aircraft was serviceable. But prior to 4 days or so, the aircraft had a problem and the problem was sorted out. So it could have been that the serviceability report of 8th could not have indicated this problem because it was solved. And the technical department provided a serviceable status of this particular aircraft. Thank you. This is the first question.
Okay.
For your second question, can you repeat it, please?
Okay. The second question was, can you provide this committee with the technical logbook of the Donia 228? Thank you.
The logbook of Donia 228 Tango 03 was destroyed during the accident at Chingangawa. Thank you.
So I'm mindful that we have received.
But I can add, at the technical department in Zomba, all the leaves of the logbook are removed and kept in a file before the next flight. So all the information pertaining to this aircraft, all the documentation is in Zomba. But only after the aircraft had left Zomba for Chireka, proceeding to Nzuzu on the 9th of June, this is the information which was destroyed together with the aircraft at Chikangawa. Thank you. Go ahead, Honorable.
Yeah, Kena, I'm mindful
Yes,
that
Honorable Chair, go ahead.
I'm mindful that we have received an alert of 10 minutes ago. That was a while ago. So 10 minutes to go before the Zoom line cuts off. We're probably running out of time.
Okay.
So just to prepare you that if the line is cut, we will require you to log in again. Okay.
Yes, yes.
So
Okay.
do Wakasangazi.
Thank you very much, Chair. Keno, I am George Jefferson Katspatike, Member of Parliament for the Wakasangazi constituency. And I have a few questions for you. Number one, when the plane was leaving Zomba on 9th June 2024, were you aware that it had a 40 emergency locator transmitter with a battery that had expired according to the BFU report in the year 2004?
Yes, Honorable.
Number two, what was the significance of the emergency locator transmitter on the plane? Number three.
Yeah.
Number three.
Okay.
When did the Malawi Air Force become aware
Yes, sir.
that the battery in the emergency locator transmitter had expired? Because the nation became aware that the plane had an expired battery after the accident through the BFU report. But when did the Malawi Air Force become aware that this plane had a 40 emergency locator transmitter? Thank you very much.
Honorable Chair, the emergency locator transmitter on Tango 03 had expired. But in actual sense, this type of emergency locator transmitter had become obsolete, meaning the company had stopped making emergency locator transmitters of this type. So when it had expired in 2004, for us to acquire another one, we contacted the manufacturer and we were told that they have stopped manufacturing this type of ELT. But instead, the manufacturer had come up with a service bulletin. And in this service bulletin, it was a complete design of the emergency locator transmitter, flight data recorder, and the cockpit voice recorder. It was in one package. That was the new design. So if we had to get an ELT, we also had to get the flight data recorder and the cockpit voice recorder. A quotation was forwarded, but the amount of money maybe could have been on the higher side that we did not get proper funding for this one.